Hello, and welcome to Beyond the Budget, the podcast from Legacy Financial Coaching. I'm Greg Carroll, your dedicated coach and legacy architect. Here, we go beyond balancing the numbers to explore the strategies, mindset shifts, and habits that lead to true financial freedom and lasting wealth. Together, we'll tackle financial stress, unlock more freedom in your finances, and empower you to create a legacy that inspires and impacts generations to come. If you're ready to move beyond just making ends meet and start building a brighter financial future, you're in the right place. Welcome to Beyond the Budget, Proverbs edition. I'm Greg Carroll. Today, we are going to be in Proverbs chapter 22. And this chapter speaks to identity, integrity, and inheritance. I'm just going to apologize up front. This is going to be a little longer than normal today because we have so much to talk about. Today, we're talking about debt, discipline, and discipleship, and how we build a life that isn't just financially stable, but spiritually unshakable. According to John MacArthur, this chapter is not a condemnation of adequate preparation, but rather a reliance on it for victory instead of on our Lord. You see, planning and preparation is only wrong when we put it before and make it more important than God. Deuteronomy 6:5 says in the Shema that you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your strength. And when you do this, this leaves no room for anything else to be number one in our lives. And so, first segment here, we're going to start with chapter 22, verse 1. A good name is greater than riches. Verse 1 says, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver or gold. This is not poetic fluff. This is kingdom economics, really. Far too often, even in Christian circles, and I've heard this way too often lately, men and women could care less about integrity or character and are willing to lay it on the altar to chase after money, things, and relationships. The Bible tells us that this does not end well for them. In today's world, we've seen it on the news. We chase after income. We chase after status. We chase after bigger portfolios. But God says your name, your character matters more. A reputation of integrity, faithfulness, and humility will outlast any big 401k. Verse 2 brings the leveling truth here. The rich and the poor, they meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. So we all stand equal before God. What sets us apart isn't our net worth. It's how we live with what we've been given. Would you rather have integrity and character than riches? Proverbs 22:7 says, the borrower is slave to the lender. Debt is slavery. It's not a shortcut. There's no need to dress this one up. It's as true now as it was when Solomon wrote it. Debt promises freedom, but actually delivers you into bondage. It limits your options. It robs you of your peace. It dictates your decisions. Think about if you've had a financial situation that you needed to maybe walk away from a job that you hate, but what kept you there? Well, probably debt. When you don't have debt, you have more options. When you don't have debt, you have more peace. And when you don't have debt, you have a variety of options when it comes to decisions. Whether it's student loans, car loans, credit cards, or personal loans, debt is a weight. And it doesn't just affect your wallet. It affects your marriage. It affects your sleep, your calling, your faith walk, your friendships. Later in verses 26 and 27, Solomon says, don't be the one who pledges on a loan. Why should your bed be taken from under you? What this means is don't co-sign. Don't gamble your future on someone else's poor plan, even if it's a family member. Then comes verse 6, the famous parenting verse. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Discipline is a legacy builder. This verse is a reinforcement of what was written earlier in Deuteronomy 6:7, where it says, you shall teach them diligently those things written on your heart, and to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and strength. Teach those to your children. And they shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Your discipline, your budgeting, your open-handed generosity, it's not just for you. You're laying the tracks for your children, and maybe your grandchildren will follow. You're showing them that freedom is better than having stuff, and contentment is better than comparison, that generosity is better than greed. And it's not just about what you say, it's actually what you model. You've probably heard the saying that more is caught than taught. You're discipling with every decision that you make. Don't just leave money, leave wisdom, leave habits, leave a mindset for your children. Discipline today equals legacy tomorrow. Too many people inherit assets, but never learned values. And what their parents built in 40 years is gone in 4. What if your kids never had to unlearn financial dysfunction because you modeled wisdom today? That's kingdom legacy. That's training up the next generation with values that last. So here's your challenge for today. Are you chasing riches, or are you building a good name? Where is debt stealing your peace or influence? What's one step that you can take towards freedom? And lastly, what are you modeling, either intentionally or unintentionally, for your next generation? Even if you don't have kids now, what kind of disciplines are you setting so that when you do have children in the future, it's easier to do it now than to wait? Pray this prayer. Lord, help me value character over comfort, freedom over appearance, and legacy over lifestyle. Well, that's it for episode 22 of Beyond the Budget. Tomorrow in Proverbs 23, we'll hit the temptation of indulgence, the importance of restraint, and why guarding your desires protects your destiny. Until then, live like your kids are watching, build a name worth passing down, and walk in financial freedom. Be free. Thank you for tuning in to Beyond the Budget. I hope today's episode gave you practical steps and encouragement to build a stronger financial foundation. Remember, your legacy starts with the choices you make today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might benefit. And as always, if you're ready to take your finances to the next level, schedule a no-cost initial strategy session. The link is in the show notes. Until next time, stay focused, stay faithful, and let's build a legacy worth leaving.